from Alabama, it's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're still about 3 yards shy of the first as the four-yard pickup comes out to third down. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. McGoffin Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Look at this Packers defense. That's the pass that's in the middle of the league.
For this game, you can ask yourself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
on 3rd down, here's Gibbs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at the 1-3-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the line caused that interception, but look, it's clear that trying the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down and 8.
First down, fellas. Keep it rolling, boys. Keep it rolling.
A guy coming off a
rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's get in that end zone.
Don't let us down.
Love now. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's make some good plays. Got the cheat code. Oh, let's go.
Don't let us down.
Let's pound that rock. Like a steamroller, baby.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He has it complete to Christian Watson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Over 600 yards and a rookie receiver, best 7 touchdowns in 2022. Not a shabby debut for Watson, but the Packers need to develop into a #1 for one of the league's youngest and least experienced receiver rooms.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They just do get the play off. Love gonna throw it.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Wade, and he finds him. gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll get a couple. They'll be staring at a 4th and 8 coming up. Two-play sequence there. First completion, then short goal.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Jameson Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, going to the air with Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Love. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but again, I give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, Made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Let's go.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. First and 10, here's Gibbs. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Don't let him get there. Tighten up defense. Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Gibbs. Looking for the same, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. 4th down to give to Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
Get that first down, fellas. Love going to give this one to Jones. And bulldozing his way through.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said. Brute strength, force of will.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw Graham not play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Love.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive that happened here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
What are you doing?
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough things
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Goff now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in press territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
This is huge. Don't let us down. Defense is asleep.
throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. Great move with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
No way. Now let's go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Got the cheat code offense. Up, up, down, down. Left, right, PA starts to left. Boys, don't let us down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Get this stop, defense.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Love.
Pass call. It's Romeo Doubs.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Love looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Running right, Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Love now.
This
is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 21. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Here we go. Keep the sticks moving. Keep them moving. Yeah. All right, let him make a play here. Take it to him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Be worse, but I feel like
they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Act like you've been here before. 52 blast. Get it over the goal line. One more, boys.
Dillon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
The point after through the raindrops. It's 13-7. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
St. Brown motioning left.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He's got right on the short throw. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense is moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pressure on, D! Him off his feet!
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go on 4th. Goff.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Don't let him get there!
Finding Williams once more, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th of the year.
and the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Way to go, team!
How it's done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
10 cycles. Change moving. Oh, let's go. And offense. Let's go. Get moving, offense.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not put it in.
I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Blaster, 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I were 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this well is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's make some good calls, offense.
Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route go deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of the play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Moving down the field, oh.
Keep the ball moving.
Play it safe, boys.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Gall. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. It's gone. Out to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
What are you doing? Were they even paying?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need... And my goodness, another interception. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Come on. Hey, quarterback feet. And now keep it together, defense. Get the ball, defense. Let's go. Pressure on.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. He's able to take this one back to the third section. Take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
Up right here one time.
Gone. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Their own 23-yard line.
You know the owner's happy with that one. Let's go now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Watson. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Set, ready.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here, and he's back to throw. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the give. Now go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 33 yards. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Quad red. Set.
Love, they go play action now. That is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Okay, ready?
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
You can do it, baby! All right, let's go! Ready.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Set, go.
Up the middle, Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Stay on point, fellas! Stay tough! On the set.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Ready.
Now Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw. And they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.